Hello and welcome to How Not to Play, a channel in which I play video games badly. Today we are going to attempt the world's first World of Final Fantasy Nuzlocke, or so I assume because I haven't seen any content like this anywhere else. So let's go ahead and get on into it.
World of Final Fantasy.
For those familiar with general Pokemon Nuzlocke rules, you can only catch your first wild encounter in any area. If you kill it, then you are just out of luck. You can't get any more from that area. We're doing random encounters only, no static encounters. So things like Murkrifts or secret areas that will always have the same Mirage in it all the time, we're just going to ignore. All of your catches have to be nicknamed to create that emotional bond. When a Pokemon or when a Mirage faints, it's dead. There is no Phoenix Downs, there is no coming back, and your best friend is now 6 feet under. I'm also going with no transfiguration, so no evolutions. We'll see how that works. I may or may not need to roll that one back. A lot of Nuzlocks will go no items, but I'm not that stupid. Definitely using items. Alright, so there are a lot of opening cutscenes that we're skipping through, some battle tutorials, and then eventually we get into our imprisoning tutorial, where we catch our second Mirage in Choco the Chocobo.
Well, that ought to do
Predictable.
Gimme, gimme.
So after giving the Gimme Golem the Luster Leaf, he'll get out of the way and we can move on with the story. I'm not going to go with all of the ins and outs and bells and whistles and where all the treasures and all that are. If you want a full walkthrough, please feel free to check out my Platinum playthrough that I did on this channel.
Now what's this?
And eventually you'll get to this Murkrift. Where you are forced into a battle with a behemoth that there is absolutely no possible way you can beat, considering you only do 5 damage, and he one-shots you. So this is our first storyline death, which we're actually going to ignore, because there's no way around it. We'll go about learning more about our little base hometown.
What's the word again? Lilican?
And we will meet the store owner, where we can sell our Phoenix Downs, buy potions, status items, whatnot.
Hey, are you ready to head back?
We'll meet Seraphy and be granted Sai the Sylph for free. And head back to the Wellspring Woods where we can actually start the Nuzlocke. And we get our first random encounter, Moo Thassa.
No trouble at all.
That wasn't so bad.
We'll run away from that Murkrift and continue the story. So we make it to Castle Cornelia, find out they're under attack by goblins from the Bahamutian army, and Lon tries to capture one. We then find out that we need more Mirages, and there are more in the Nether Nebula, so we head out that way.
Whoa.
Right up here, the first chest we open is going to have a Libra Mirage Jewel. This is amazing because you can equip this straight to Lon or Rain, and so now both stacks can use Libra. Also, the move we caught earlier, once he is leveled up enough, he can get the Libra Mirage Jewel as well. And so then once we get our second Mirage Jewel, both stacks, both Lon and Rain can learn Libra, and we don't have to rely on Tama or any other Mirage for that.
Man,
So in Nether Nebula, Cavern 1, we catch ourselves Mandy the Mandragora. In Cavern 2, we get Copper the Copper Gnome. In Cavern 3, we have our first puzzle switch.
What's this for?
So we can stack Copper and Mandy to activate the switch, bring up a bridge. And again at the back, where we get the Earth Hammer and a Phoenix Down, which is basically just cash.
Alrighty, let's go.
We'll catch ourselves Eyeball, the Floating Eye Ball. This is very important because Eyeball has the Flutter support ability, which we'll get more into later. Cavern 4 will bring us to a save point and our first boss.
Oh.
And you get to choose your starter. So we can go with Shiva, the Ice type, Ramu, the Lightning type, or Ifrit, the Fire type. You'll be getting Fire and Ice pretty quickly after this. I always recommend doing Ramu first because you're not going to get Lightning for a while. Now your stacks are kind of weak to Lightning, but that's fine because we've got Earth Hammer here, which will do absolutely 0. That's supposed to Oko him. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Oh god, I'm fucked. So we can channel Earth that he's weak to. And we can Whisper Wind to get back what damage he does to Rain. But eventually, he's going to do Judgment Bolt, and Lon is dead, isn't he? Lon is dead. Oh god, Lon is dead. Oh, he survived. Oh, thank god he survived. Thankfully, Tom will learn Cure. We'll get our health back up. And that should do it.
We did it.
So they leave and leave us with a prism,
What's this?
which
Prismarium,
contains the
duh.
base form of
I know
whichever
it's
one
a
of them you
Prismarium,
fought.
dummy. You
Bablis
didn't
for
manage to imprison
Shiva,
those tough mirages,
Fritz
but it looks
for
like we
Ifrit,
gave you this Prismarium.
and Zappy the Zapped for fighting Ramu. Alright, so we'll head back to Cornelia, find
Up
out
on that hill.
that the
Come on.
goblins have created a watch post out in the Watch Plains, and so that's where we're going next to clear those little fuckers out.
What are those chain things?
Whoever the mirages are beholden to must be close.
Alrighty, so on Backroad 1, we actually don't catch anything because all we find are these goblins that are already chained to the
Good job.
boss of the area, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Here in Backroad 2, if we go back to the little cul-de-sac here behind the barricade, a goblin will jump out to fight us. which will give us access to the treasure chest back here containing a cure seed. This ability seed can be placed into a Mirage's board. So for example, when Zap learns all these abilities and opens up this blank space, we could put Cure in there, and Zappy could also learn Cure. Also in this area we capture our Black Knack. We'll give him the incredibly imaginative name of Blackie. Which brings us to Back Road 3, where we find our save point and a boss battle. So here we've got a giant goblin and a
I don't pick on people who get bigger than me.
Bahamutian soldier thingy. Commander. Oh, my bad. So the commander has 1300. The giant goblin has 2800 HP.
What do they...
So it's probably best to focus on the commander first. Commander is more susceptible to magic, so have Eyeball do ultimate focus, and then Zappy can throw out some thunders at pretty decent damage. Lon can resort to curing. Oh god, no, not a break. Oh god, not a break. That is bad. That is very, very bad. Alright, so we got him. Zep is thankfully pretty fast, so we can get restacked before it's his turn again. That was close. But the giant goblin you can just punch in the face. Heal when necessary. Oh, fuck, he broke again. Shit. Thankfully, he's low enough on HP that we can finish it up. Whew, that's close.
Predictable.
And the goblins run away, because their leader is dead, which means that now any goblins that we find, we can imprison.
Now would be a good time to stock up on items.
Good call.
Speaking of
We've
which,
racked up
we
a
don't
ton of
have
gil now that
encounters
you
yet
mention it.
for this
You have to
area
wonder why a bunch of
or the first
mirages are
area,
carrying
so
much cats, or...
let's catch Cappy the Red Cap. And back in Back Road 1, Gobbo the Goblin Guard. In heading back to Chocolate's Mart, we find ourselves getting lost and taken to the Colosseum, where we can enter in different fights to get different rewards. But since these are all static encounters, we can't capture anything here, so really... And you don't get XP either, so it's just for whatever posted reward, which... But we will head off to Chocolate's Mart. We will sell off our Phoenix Downs, because we don't need those. And we'll buy some of each status item for imprisoned duties. So we'll travel back to Cornelia, let them know their goblin problems are over. They'll give us a piece of paper so we can go on a diplomatic mission to Saronia.
Hey, tickets. Go on.
Except instead the train drops us off in the Pyre Glow Forest.
Holy amaze. I could
where we learn about support abilities, especially Sizzle. So here in Branch 1,
Come on, bring it.
Let's begin.
We catch Keanu the Reaver Moo, who knows Oblivion, which is gonna be helpful later on.
Alrighty,
And branch
let's go.
2
Come
will
on,
find... Oh! A baby behemoth. So for this behemoth, we'll have to hit it a couple times to increase the presumptivity, because I'm not having very good luck. But once we get to level 3, we should be able to throw our ball and catch Babe the big blue behemoth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring out our black knack
Whoa.
to take down the sizzle symbol and get ourselves a thunder seed. So if you did not get zapped from Ramu, you can now put thunder in one of your mirages.
Find out. Go on.
We'll
Wait.
ignore this Murk Rift because we can't cast
gosh.
what's inside of it anyway, which I believe is Sharkwalls. And on to branch 3, where we pick up Duo the Dual Lizard. And in branch 4, we get a Cockatrice, which has Deathbeak, whom I will name Dick. It's the short form of Richard, come on. Alright, Rick, but y'all know what I mean. But on the right side of branch 4, we've got our save point, which means a boss fight. So after you set up your stacks and ran your mirage boards to your liking, head on up into the next area for a boss fight against Yuna and Valifor.
Maybe we should get the going while the getting's still good.
So Yuna is the healer, Valifor is the DPS. Yuna will cast Protect, Shell, and Heal on herself and Valifor. Wait until they stack up, which they will do at every opportunity, to cast your Libra, and then topple it as soon as you can. Load as much damage on Yuna as possible. Be aware if she has Protect or Shell, and use the opposite status or type of attack. So if she has Protect, cast at her. If she has Shell, hit her in the face. Once she's down, Valifor should go down pretty quickly as well. All she can do is damage, so keep yourself topped off. Punch her in the face, and before too long,
All right.
Victory!
so we'll get a useless memento, learn some story, and then we will move on.
I'm freezing my butt off out here.
We will go to the
No kidding.
ice region,
Hey.
stop off at Charlotta's Inn, grab a rename prism, so if we don't like any of our names, we can change them. And pick up Refia on the way out, who will actually
Cold
heal
doesn't
us
seem half
after
as bad
battles
now.
if we're low enough.
Thank you, magic warmer thingy.
If you go back to Ninewood Hills, you'll find yourself in this room here with the girl who forgot her name, where you can trade in Arma Gems for champion medals. And like the Coliseum, you can use them also to go on intervention quests, which are just static encounters, so once again, no imprisoning because of our rule set, and you can get certain rewards from them. The champion medals you can equip to summon during combat, so we can summon the Warrior of Light. He'll do a bunch of damage and give us defense plus, which is pretty nice in some boss fights. But the real reason to come back is the Chocomart, which now has elemental items, so you can shore up some of the weak points in your stacks, along with status items for imprisoned Tunities, and she also sells seeds that you can put in your mirages. So sell off your Phoenix Downs, buy what you want,
Is that the mirages she mentioned?
and we are off
Stay
to
close to us,
Icicle
Raphael.
Ridge.
Okay? Okay.
So we've got our little black neck still with our sizzle to take care of certain obstacles.
Oh, it melted.
And with the help of some flash bombs, we will go ahead and catch ourselves an ice bat. which I'll name Frosty. Then slip 2, we come into a forced battle against these white knacks that we cannot imprison yet. We will catch a Death Skull that I will very creatively name Death. And in slip 3, we find the same encounter where we can catch ourselves a Right Claw. Named Lefty, because I'm funny. And in slip 4, we come up against the big boss of the area. So we've got Grand Fenrir along with 4 white knacks.
That's what I'm scared of.
The knacks go down easy to fire, so just go ahead and knock out a few of them. Not all of them, because he'll just summon more. So you do want to reduce the incoming damage as much as possible.
Nice knowing ya.
And then turn your fire attacks on the Grand Fenrir because he is weak. He does have a pretty hefty HP pool and a mean bite, so be sure to heal up as needed. And if you find yourself wobbling, by all means use a wobble stopper because unstacking means death. Eventually he goes down, clean up the white knack that's left, and get your victory. Immediately swap in somebody who knows Blizzard,
Thank you.
because now those ice knacks, or white knacks, are going to be capturable, but we're gonna nab a Quachacho instead, whom we will name Skipper. And we leave the ice region, going into Saronia Harbor, where we can talk to some people and find out exactly how horrible the Federation is. And then we hook back up with Refia to take care of her daddy issues. Well, uncle issues. And we find ourselves in another boss fight where we are fighting Refia's uncle,
So far. Be careful.
who has been turned into or taken over by a Federation guard. Okay, so he's got almost 4,000 HP, not too bad. Oops, that's me. Let's start off with Warrior of Light. That'll give my entire party defense up, which is going to be really good. And do about 1,200 HP off the top, so nothing to laugh at. As with the rest of the Federation guards, magic is generally better than physical, because they do have a really high defense. He does have the Tower Breaker ability, which will pretty much auto-unstack you, which is terrifying. But if you have a high enough speed... No! You can stack yourself up before it's his turn again. And heal yourself back to full. Oh god, not again. Oh shit, I'm not faster this time. I'm dead. Oh good, I survived. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that was horrifying. Like, you don't even know how close I was to dying. But god damn it, not a fuck! God, shit! Eventually he'll die.
Good job.
Oh, I guess he doesn't die. And so we run away and make our escape through the harbor to hopefully hijack a pirate ship. So make sure you've got Sizzle so you can shoot yourself out of a cannon.
What have we got? It's a perfect...
And this first chest you encounter is actually a mimic. So I know we said no static encounters, but this is a mirage that occurs not necessarily randomly, but it could be in any treasure chest. So it's up to you whether this counts as a capturable encounter or not. It is a very good mirage, and you don't have to go to any secret areas for it. I have set my stacks up a bit to be more death resistant. Stack here with Death and Tama is actually completely immune to the Death spell, which is very necessary since the Mimic knows, well, the Death spell. Rain's stack is only 50% resistant, so she might die along with all of her Mirages. Oh good, she resisted. Once we have reduced the Mirages, the Mimic's HP enough, we can go ahead and imprison it. So let me know in the comments below if you think this counts as a capturable encounter. I would say sure, because it can be in any random chest. Well, no it can't be, because it's always in specific chests. But, I mean, it's meant to appear random. Like, if you have, like, because if you don't have a guide, you don't know which chest is going to be a Mimic. So it's supposed to appear to be random, even though it's not random. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this capturable? Is this not? But I'm going to put no, you, in my party. In Station 2, we capture a Flan. Okay, a mini Flan named Jiggly. And in Station 3, we catch Bruce the Sharkwall. Because
fish are friends, not food.
And eventually we make it to our pirate ship.
I think we've got this one in the bag.
Yeah.
Naturally, we get caught by the ship's inhabitants, the Coup Pirates.
Guys, we're not here to have.
There are a lot of them, but they are very weak to thunder.
No trouble at all.
So one Thunderbolt makes that a very easy fight. They then call in Captain Ferris, who is riding on Sildra, and this fight is completely unwinnable. There's nothing you can do here. Yup, one shot. And then with some more talking, we get to the real boss fight. Which is this guy again. It's pretty much the same fight as before, except you don't know his HP anymore. And after a while, Ferris just gets fed up with it and kicks him off the ship. And I've talked to Quistis here to continue on our journey.
Now that our boat's busted,
Once we've made it to the low
how
seas,
are we supposed to get where we're going?
we can save this mini Mantoise from the sea serpents. Of course, we'll catch one of them first.
Huh, looks like even Mirages have to put up with mean old bullies.
And for saving the mini Mantoise, the giant Adamantoise will give us a ride to our next destination.
Who are you? Oh,
Along the way, we
my
meet
bad.
Riku.
My name's Riku.
So,
In this area,
Shall we be on
you
our
are
way?
severely underleveled. Be sure to hang out towards the right side of the screen to avoid the roaming Mega Sharkwall, because if you touch any of them, it will be game over. Eventually, though, we'll make it to the Rainbow Shore. From here, we head on up into the Dragon Scars, where we catch a Blood Eye, which is the sister to the Floating Eye, named the Eyeball 2, which just looks like eyeball. But the flutter support ability that we get from the eyeball line is necessary for traversing this area, or at the very least somewhat handy. And there are red dragons scattered throughout this area that you can run into. Technically they're static encounters, but mean, they are meant to be encountered, so if you do encounter one as your first encounter in a region, I don't see why you can't capture one. So in Scars 2, we get Draco, who has the Smash ability, which is amazing. And past this nest containing 3 red dragons, we come to the secret area of Dragon Scars, which isn't really much of a secret, in which we find Cerberus, who is pretty much the only XL Mirage you're going to be able to capture, because they all show up in secret areas, and they're all static encounters, which makes them technically non-capturable. However, I feel I can make an exception for this one, because it is meant as an XL tutorial. After hitting him with all 3 elements, we can throw our balls, and capture him. And capture him. Oh, fuck.
One eternity later.
And capture him. Finally!
Well, that ought to do it.
Wow, that was really hard. I actually had to get a double Prism Tunity on him in order to capture him, which took for fucking ever. So yes, we do catch Cerberus, our first XL Mirage, which I'll honestly keep as Cerberus because it is a great name. It is the Guardian of the Underworld. He deserves that name. So we'll catch a Spark Dragon. Now, if you're not doing a no transfig Spark, you can evolve into the red dragon, and you can get smashed that way. But whatever, we got it both. We're good.
Look who's here!
Here in Scar 4, you can actually encounter a red dragon naturally.
Yeah!
Good job.
Which I'll accidentally kill. And at the end of Scar 4, we've got a boss fight with a Mega Red Dragon. Obviously, you're going to want to stack all the fire resist you can for this fight, as you can see in the stacks I've got now. So as you can see, we take no damage from his fire attacks. They even heal Lon. So all he has left is physical attacks. And he can be blinded, so that means that he will even miss those. At which point you just punch him in the face until he dies. Okay, well maybe not, because the blindness did wear off. But if you're smarter than me, and you bring a Mirage that can use blindness, like a Dark Attack from maybe your eyeball, it's easy enough to cure the damage that he does. Flare Star looks cool, but it's still a fire attack, so it does 0 damage or negative damage. Oh, Gnaw hurts. Oh shit, he broke my stack. That is not good. Especially since he is really fast. Oh, Zappy down. Oh, Zappy down! No, not Zappy! I forgot this was a Nuzlocke. I'm really sad now. I don't want to play anymore. So, Champion Medals does a whole bunch of damage. Get him out of there. Unfortunately, I got a little cocky, and Zappy got a little dead. Farewell. Oh, God. So, from here we go to Nibelheim. We learn that there's different prophecies that we're supposed to fulfill. And on to Valley 7, where we will capture a Corrigan, which is basically just a burnt out Mandragora, because it's living in the fucking fire plane, which we will name Corrigan because why not? And Cauldron 2, we find out that Radia is afraid of fire and runs off. So Cauldron 3 will catch a bomb, which we'll name Boomer. And we find Radia cornered by a bomb.
Watch out! These things could
Or
explode.
5. I miss Zapped. He could have taken care of all this just by himself. The only thing really tricky about this fight is to make sure that you don't leave one at half health, because they can self-destruct and do a whole bunch of damage. Generally, I will wait until one attacks and I can counterattack it back to lower its health, so I know which one to target. Be careful of your turn order. These guys are really slow though, so you can usually get 2 turns in before they get 1. Self-destruct is the only thing to really watch out for. And then we convince Radia to face her fears and believe in the power of her mirages. So with the fire NATO down, we can proceed. And since we haven't caught anything in here yet, we can catch a Flamantoise named Flambe. And we find ourselves in Cauldron 4, where we've got our save point and our boss battle.
Oh, is that the key?
What?
Maybe he'll cough it up if we thump him on the back.
Give it a shot.
So just like the last boss, hop into your fire resist stacks. That'll get rid of any elemental attacks. After that, it's just punch him in the face and heal up any physical damage that he does.
Okay.
If you have the ability, he can be put to sleep, which will give you some turn manipulation, let you get some extra turns in. But it's really not needed. I mean, he doesn't really hit hard enough to warrant that, and his elemental attacks will actually heal you if you've got the right stacks, so... Yeah, he's got almost 10,000 HP, but honestly, he is one of the easiest bosses. Oh, fuck! What the hell was that? Apparently he explodes when you kill him, which is physical damage, not elemental, so... I just lost Rick and Flambe! What the hell? And we released Leviathan, which we'll come back to later. And we are washed out of Cauldron 7 and wake up in the windswept mire. We find a random toad who turns out is under the toad spell, and the only way to cure it is to beat up this other toad. And Lon goes to fight that battle on his own because, well, Rain just died. This is a lucky toad. It has 3,000 HP, and to imprison it, we only need to reduce its HP. So just punch it in the face, and then smack it with your balls. And we welcome Goldenrod to the party. Yeah, Goldenrod releases Snow from Final Fantasy XIII from his Toad Curse, and we find out that he's trying to beat up this giant flan, and so we decide to go help him for no other reason than we're bored, I guess. So there are these chill points that Snow will give us bridges across. So in Fen 2, we'll go ahead and catch ourselves a flan, eventually. which we'll name Sorbet. And right before the end of the area, we find a save point, which means there's probably a boss fight coming up.
Okay, today you're gonna wish you never started jiggling!
And sure enough, in the next area, we find Snow's archenemy, the Golden Flan. So this thing has a bunch of HP, but it's weak to every element, so bring your strongest spells, and it shouldn't be too hard.
We're not fighting a mountain.
I say as I forget to bring any spells at all. We'll start off with an Oversoul to increase my defense, to hopefully help out. I do have a Fear on Miragul, so that's going to be some decent damage. Yeah, about 1,000. So far, he's just been punching me, so bring high defense, good magic, and it shouldn't be too hard of a fight. Heal when necessary, obviously. And just keep punching him until he dies. Oh, there's some magic.
That was a good fight.
Predictable.
Not too hard.
Well, we beat it, but yeah.
So we get more cutscenes, Snow's champion medal, and we move on. And then we make it to Fen 3, where we befriend a nut eater. Eventually. Named D's, because D's nuts. We then find ourselves in the desert region, where we can enter into this caravan, where we get the sunscreen, so that we don't die out here in the desert. And we head into the Phantom Sands. After a little bit of looking in Toil 1, we did finally find a cocadrill, which we were able to imprison, eventually. Named Dick 2. No, wait, it won't let me do that. Alright, Rich is good enough, I guess. What? I thought Chaos Beak did confusion. I didn't know it did death. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright, well that was some bullshit. That cost me some very dear members of my party. Mandy, I don't really care about. But Lefty, oh my god, I needed you. That's just, oh no. There we go, Oblivion. Ah, death peck me now, bitch. So in Toil 2, we find a Sandacore, which we're able to imprison. So we'll name our pussycat Sandy, of course.
That creepy noise that we've been hearing,
In
It's
Toil
getting the
3,
opposite
we
of
have a
what-
chest containing a Lure Miragul. If you want to grind up XP or find rare Mirages, this is definitely the Miragul to use.
Excuse me? I'm not even...
So I know in the rules we said we can't transfigure our Mirages. However, we can unlock transfigurations in order to open up new Mirage boards that we can then go in and explore. In Toil 4, we find a Mim Kalios, which needs to be poisoned. There we go. So now we can catch him. Eventually. And he's just a meme. So here in Toil 5 we have a save point, which means there's a boss fight coming up.
Come on, bring it!
Let's begin.
Oh, Chocobo. Well, it's a good thing I bought these Gusal greens from Chocolate,
Okay.
because that's about the only way to catch a Chocobo. So we'll go ahead and catch Coco the Choco. Alright, so we're going to head on back to Toil 3, where we run around with our lure Miragul until we encounter ourselves a Cactuar. With the Duke's Claws, I actually have caught everything else that appears in Toil 3 except for the Cactuar, so this is really the only
That was a good one.
encounter left that I can catch here. So to imprison a Cactuar, not only do you need to do slow, but you also need something with no escape, like my Mimic, or Lefty, but rip. And then we can get Needles onto the team. So in the next area, we get ambushed by
These things have been under us the whole
some
time?
More than you
sandworms.
can possibly do.
Take this!
They are weak to ice. Shit. Alright, let's do Oversoul to increase my defense here a little bit. 2k, not bad. Oh shit, I just got snow. Yeah, let's, and they're weak to ice. Shit, let's grab Snow. He hits all of them even. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. It's gonna hurt. Fuck yeah, it did. But as much as Constrict hurts, it can't kill you, so just heal back up afterwards. Oh, that might kill me, though. Alright, let's try one more Oversoul, see if I can knock one of them off before they kill me. Alright, maybe I can outspeed. I outspeed. Awesome, I don't die today. Oh. And after a while of punching them in the face, they do eventually go down. And we get more cutscenes. Lightning saves us from even more sandworms. We talk to her to go into even more cutscenes, where we meet Edgar,
We were careless.
who then sells us out to the Federation. And we end up getting arrested and sent to prison. At least we got Lightning's Champion Medal out of the deal. So we wake up in prison, we don't have any of our powers to imprison or use any of our prisms. So we just kind of have to go it on our own for now. As we exit out into the underground prison, we get into a mandatory battle. And we're not even able to scratch these things. So we have another mandatory loss, where Squall jumps in and saves us from Final Fantasy VIII. We end up with an Eld box containing some Magitech armor, so we'll just name him something in binary. There is a lot of talking as we make our way down to Ophion 3.
Figaro didn't join the Federation.
See, we can hide in these little thingies to wait for the searchers to go by. But we actually need an encounter, so let's catch ourselves a searcher. So we'll name him something else in binary. I have no idea what. So once again, we can
If we have to do this without any keepers,
just
then
stay out
yes,
of this
the
searcher's
master
field of
plan is
vision,
toast.
but we don't get XP for escaping battles, so... So here in Ophion 4 is where our Duke's Claws actually hurts us, because there's only 2 Mirages in this entire dungeon, and we've already caught them both. But we do find our save point, which means we can proceed to another boss fight after some more cutscenes.
Ah! This one looks a lot nastier than the others.
Lon,
Oh
be
lord.
careful.
Oh shit. I don't have my abilities. I can't Libra. I can't summon champion medals. I can't do Mega Mirages. Oh, fuck. All I can do is attack. So yeah, you pretty much just have attack and potion is all you can use in this fight. Oof. So keep yourself above 500 and just keep punching him in the face. He does have one more trick up his sleeve in full output, but that only does about 300 each, so once again, just keep yourself topped off. And this fight's not as hard as it looks.
Oh yeah!
So more cutscenes. We get Squall's Champion Medal. And we move on to another mandatory fight against Shulk. That we once again have no hope of winning. But she takes the opportunity to cure us of our affliction, or whatever, yeah, the Federation did. And so we now have our Mirages back. Yay! And behind Shulk we have the door to Mako Reactor 0.
This right here is our
So in
time
this
to
area we
shine.
will need Zap, which we can get from our Searcher that we just got, or from Zap that died so long ago that I still regret. But that will power up these machines. And open doors. Before we get to the door though, let's go ahead and attach our horns to the Bihydra. I don't know, just in Sector 2, we get ambushed by a werebat, who we convinced to join the team, eventually, who we'll name Betty. We'll zap open the door to Sector 3, which is just a really long bridge. So if we run back and forth long enough, we do find another encounter, and pick up a Bombino, eventually, which we'll name Junior. Fuck! Mimic! Well, I guess there are mimics in this area too. And it is my first encounter in Sector 4. Fuck! God damn, I hate mimics! I've got it down to 57 HP and I still haven't hit the shit. I'm glad I have Subdue. Oh, I don't have a fucking prism! Oh, that's fucking stupid. I just fucking lost... Fuck for nothing. So, even though my Searcher is dead, I still need him for zaps, so I can't release him quite yet. But I can't fight with him anymore. Means he can't cure me anymore. Since I don't have a cure anymore. Well, I made it to the save point at least. Where we say goodbye to Eyeball. And we eventually make it back to the other save point and stop the timer, save game, and hit up a boss fight, I think.
What the honk?
Yep, that's what we're fighting.
Do you think they're mirages?
I can definitely sense a similarity.
Then we
So
know
here we've
exactly
got
what to
Vivi
do.
and a bunch of black mages. Let's try Cerberus here. So Cerberus has some nice area attacks that might or might not help me out here. Alright, so we got rid of all the black mages. Let's go ahead and put in some damage on Vivi before we run out of time. Of note, he did not die there. He despawned because we ran out of ability points. So he's still alive. I can summon him later. Just not in this fight. Alright, well, looks like that got him into imprison range, actually. So, well, we don't actually imprison him, but we do knock him out of his mind control. More scenes, and we end up back in Edward's castle, where he basically explains that this was all just a ploy to get us to free him and his kingdom from Federation's rule, which we have now done. And Vivi hands us the Earth Key, which is our second out of 4 keys. We also learned that the third key is on the next continent up, and so we need to take Big Bridge, which is guarded by the summoner Eco from Final Fantasy IX.
All the same. Hang on to your tiny white chocobos.
So as we step on the little pad here, Eco will activate Big Bridge and shoot us all the way to the top. Okay, maybe not all the way to the top, because she did get captured halfway through by the Plumed Knight, who we'll deal with later, probably. And so we are left to climb the rest of the way on foot. So on the way up, we are given the choice between a Brother Tor or a Baby Paleberry. Oops, guess I killed that one. So we'll deal some earth damage to Brother Tor to capture him, eventually. And we'll welcome Bro to the team. So in segment 2, we can choose between a Kuzakit or a Bombino. We will counterattack the Kuzakit for a Prisontunity, and then offer him a spot on the team. And we now have LL Kuze on my team. I can't believe I made that joke.
Thank you for the
Bart
demonstration.
shows us how to get
thanks.
further up
Hey, no
the
sweat.
bridge.
I'm Bart's. And this?
Also in segment 2, at the very bottom of the other side, there is a stealth Miragul. So if you don't like how many random encounters there are, you can put that on and lessen it by quite a bit. The segment 3 doesn't have random encounters, but it does have these mithril giants shooting glyphs at you that you can technically avoid by activating a jump pad,
That's supposed to be
Out of the way.
or you can just run into them for a fight. Where we can catch a mithril giant, eventually, who we'll name Paul Bunyan. So in segment 4, once again, there's no random encounters, but there's a save point and a boss fight. Oh, nope, we've got a cutscene. I guess this is the boss.
How old does this guy
Gilgamesh!
have to be? He's been waiting 100 years. Like 80?
So he does have 12k HP, no weaknesses. He can be blinded though. We're going to use Lightning's Metal to do 8k straight off the top. He is going to really buff himself up. But if we've got any Holy Torches, we can toss that on him to get rid of all that. And after that, it's just a matter of punching him in the face. Beware of this attack. It will either do 1 damage or all the damage. In this case, it did 1. So just keep doing damage. Heal is necessary. And he goes down pretty easily.
Victory!
So we do get Bart's Champion Medal for killing him, and access to the next continent. And we enter the Eclipse region where there's the train and our favorite conductor to take us on to Tome Town of the Ancients.
I say we go the
Upon entering town, it becomes quite apparent that it's infested with vampires. But never fear, Cloud's here to guide us through. Or not.
Oh, Mirages we can handle.
Yeah, no sweat.
Here we're able to catch a vampire. Eventually. And we now have Bitey the Vampire. Some more cutscenes and we make it into Tome Town proper. We meet Celeste and Sid, who tell us that the only way to save the town is to kill the prime vampire in the train graveyard. So in the train graveyard, you will need the use of Zap. So we'll bring our Dead Searcher along with us so that we can move crates out of the way. We'll finally confuse the imp, who will then almost kill himself. But we do manage to catch him.
Oh yeah!
That was one scary fight. Just because I thought I'd kill him by accident. Or that he'd kill himself by accident. But hey, we've got the cutter on our team now. So we are good to go. So in Necropolis 2, not only do we need a Zap to bring down the rail cars, but we also need a smash point like our Mithril Giant here that we just caught to clear out some debris. And along the way we'll find a Mord Skull. No!
Good job.
Who we can kill accidentally. So we move on to Necropolis 3, where we get another shot at him. There we go. And we now have Reaper the Mord Skull. In Necropolis 4, there's actually nothing I can get here. Because the only new Mirage is the Demi-Vampire, which requires you to reflect magic back, and I don't have Reflect, so... in Necropolis 5, once again, there's only one new Mirage that we could capture. So we'll keep running around the save point until a Chrome Giant shows up. So we'll knock him down. And wait for him to attack Rain, who evades with the Bat's evade and counter. And then I can start throwing my balls at him and convince him to join my team.
Well, that ought to do it.
And we'll name this one Andre the Giant. At the end of Necropolis 5, we meet the Vampire Prime,
I think I saw somebody inside of that train.
Kidnaps Rain.
Rain!
So in Necropolis 6, we just run to the boss's platform.
The bear!
We revive our sister and
Let's do this,
come
sis.
face to face with Vampire
Lorraine,
Prime.
You okay?
He's got 10k HP. He is weak to water and light. We'll go ahead and toss Lightning's Gestalt Drive out for some damage.
Lon.
So we get 5k, about half his health, plus a strength boost. So make use of water mirages if you have them, or just punch him in the face. Heal when needed. Oh! I was not expecting that. He can call up some werebats to help him out. Well, still keep your focus on him. And eventually he'll go down.
No trouble at all.
All right.
Yes.
But he's not dead. He gets back up.
This is the best.
Turns Rain into a
Good work.
vampire.
Looks like she's gonna pull through now.
And then Cloud comes out of nowhere with a giant stake that we can throw in the Prime's heart, killing him once and for all and returning peace and prosperity to the land. And we get the Key of Shadows from the Vampire Prime. So we're doing good. 3 out of 4. So we say goodbye to Sid and Celeste. And Sid tells us that the next key is actually north. So we... well, north meaning
These
up.
tracks don't go anywhere.
So we'll take the train straight up to the next continent.
3, 2, lift off!
And we find ourselves in the port town of Besaid. So even though everybody's heard of this temple, nobody knows how to get there. So we decide to go talk to Shantoto
will surely end in success.
from, I believe, 11. Who promptly kicks our ass. She does cast a spell that lets us breathe water, though, so we can go down into the deep to find said temple. Of course, it kind of robs us of the ability to breathe air at the same time. But hey, you can't have everything, right? So we swim on down to the deep with Tidus from Final Fantasy X as our guide.
Check it out. We're in the...
And we finally make it all the way down to the sunken temple. So we'll catch Surf, the sea serpent. So in Quachin 2, we have actually caught all of the encounters except for a rare spawn Mega Night Squall. So we'll just run back and forth until he shows up.
Dude, it's on.
Let's make this good.
There we go. So we'll cast Bravery to create a Opportunity. And invite Foxworthy to join our team. In Quachin 3, we find a Quacho, who we convince to join our party, eventually. Welcome to the team, Oswald. And we finally make it to the throne room in the Sunken Temple, where we find the Quacho Queen.
Tonberries. First they go and steal our precious key.
It
Now
seems
they
that
have the
Tonberries
utter
has
gall
stolen
to
the
summon a
Key of
king.
Tides, which is what we're after.
Fiends.
But
They
we
must
also
be
need to
desperate
get
take this realm away from me.
a Quacho Ruby for Shantoto, which the only way to get that is to make the Queen cry.
That all you...
So we beat her up. She does no cure, and her attendants do no sleep. But everybody's weak to thunder. Hell, you might not even need to heal for this one.
That was a
good spot.
Victory!
So since we kicked her ass, she starts crying like a baby and runs away. So she runs deeper into the temple,
Door just opened.
and we need to follow
Do you think
because
she's going after
even though
those
we got the
Tonberries she
ruby,
mentioned?
we still need the key. So in we go. So at the bottom of the hole, we find ourselves some Tonberries. So you've got your choice between a Tonberry and a baby Tonberry. The baby Tonberry is easier to capture, so we'll imprison him. Or we'll accidentally kill him. So we'll heal up Daddy Tonberry, hit him with a Channel Thunder attack, and take him home instead. Big Daddy Tom the Tomberry. And in the next area we come face to face with the Tonberry King.
What is that? Dude, even his knife is huge!
I'd hate
And
to be
4
overrun with
attendants.
that thing.
So,
Yeah, or any of the
You're just scaring me more!
he is still weak to thunder, but he's got almost 14,000 HP and 4 buddies. So, let's bring out Bart because he has evasion up, which might lessen some of the incoming damage. And do 5k off the top. That's pretty good. Go ahead and focus your damage on the King Tonberry for now. But don't use too much AP, because after a few attacks, we are going to want to summon Cerberus, because the King does have a Petty Grudge attack, which will do damage to you equal to the number or the amount of damage you've dealt to him, or some kind of equation like that. And there is no way that your stacks are going to absorb that. Cerberus has a chance, but even he would probably die to it. But Cerberus also has Thunderbolt, which will do damage to everybody and get rid of all of the attendants. So here's everyone's grudge, like I was talking about, which does 6k. Cerberus does in fact tank it. And I think I'm actually... What's he got left? 1,000? I can probably Thunderbolt that. Oh shit, no! No! Oh god! Oh god! No, 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 no! No, no, no! Don't! Fuck! Oh, Cerberus! Oh, well, you did your job, buddy. I'm sorry, that was my fault. You did not deserve to die. I'm so sorry, Cerberus. Your death was entirely avoidable. Entirely my fault. You were the goodest of boys. So we did get the Key of Tides at the cost of our dear, dear buddy Cerberus. Oh, that one really hurts.
I can't believe
But
you found a Quacho Ruby.
we can now continue our
guys.
quest
And the
to
antidote?
save the
Right here.
world. So we do get the antidote, and we are able to once again breathe air. And with the 4
is
keys,
this?
we unlock
The
the
path that will
stairway
take you
to
the Crystal
heaven.
Tower.
Oh, the Crystal Tower.
Who are-
Sorry, my bad. So we're told if we go up to Crystal Tower, we'll find all of the answers, including our parents, and God only knows
Say,
what.
The stairs here are...
And at the top,
How
we
do we wind up back
find
home?
We didn't.
a very
closer
oddly
look.
familiar area.
Yeah, it's similar, but not the same.
And on our way up to the Crystal Tower,
Look, Lon.
we are interrupted
Something's not
by
right about her.
Terra
Sense something
and
human and
her
Mirage at the
Summon
same time.
Modwin.
How's that work?
And that Magitech armor. We've never seen anything like it.
Whatever the case,
Okay.
she's not the
So she is in Magitech armor, which is weak to thunder. So we're already stacked for that. So let's blow it up. Oh shit. I need to heal. I need to heal a lot. God damn, that hurts. Oh, fuck! Why does that hurt so much? Stop doing that! No, 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 no! Oh god, oh god! Well, there we go. Holy fuck, I don't even know what that was. Like, seriously. They just fucking destroyed me. How can they be such a huge fucking power jump? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to take a break from this for now, because I'm a little upset. So please feel free to try this yourself, and if you make it farther than I do, let me know in the comments below. If you know how to not die to Terra, that would be appreciated too. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Let me know what you would like to see, and I'll try to do it.